So the suicide one was with Margaret?
She just keeps saying to me she's watching her video. Meaning she's saying her name, that's why I got your grandmother, because it's a namesake. So even if she's watching it for both of you, she's one of her angels. So we'll take our time with it, okay? Tell them I'm 16 years old again. Do you understand it? Good. There's a connection with the number 22. Say 22, say 22, say 22. Remember, that can be birthday or anniversary. I'm being told the 22nd is important. Do you guys recognize it?
When she died.
Good. She's like, say the 22nd.
And then she was 22.
Good, perfect. Remember, because that can be birthday, passing date, anniversary date. So if it's your slipped or passing date, that'll all come through as an anniversary as well. But because she's honoring. Tell them to watch for the rainbows. She's singing "You Are My Sunshine." Do you understand that? My mom watches for the birds, but she also watches for the butterflies. They're two of my biggest signs. It's one of the ways that come through Kelly. Do you guys still have her clothes? And I feel the needle threads, which just means stuff got turned into blankets or pillows, or you guys thought about it. Do you understand
She liked to sew.
Good. Because I can feel the needle thread. Don't be surprised if you guys are invited to do that, especially with that sewing. If you guys still have some of her sewing stuff or the sewing equipment, if that stuff is turned into blankets or pillows to honor, and then to celebrate her life and pass down. Because remember, they'll give me things you guys have done or things you guys have thought about, okay? She's mentioning Jess or Jessica.
She has a cousin, Jessica.
Good. I'm being told besides Margaret, the family has a strong eye on Jessica. So I'm just being told they watch over Jess. And when I say Jessica, I'm just being told they watch over her as well. They want to make sure that I'm able to honor her, okay? Good. Say March, Kelly, say March, Kelly, it's important.
Say March.
March. There's 2 birthdays this month. Remember, friends and family, okay? Also hear Nicole.
That's her middle name.
That's her middle name.
Good, that's okay.
Cool.
I only got Nicole, so that's okay. Because I was hearing March at the same time, so she was probably trying to give me first and middle name, and I caught the middle. Sometimes that happens because they're just trying to give it to me so fast. She's also mentioning Ashley.
That's her best friend.
She's like, say Ashley, I love her so much. I watch over Ashley all the time. Yeah, she's my next one. Okay, look, even though there's 3 people here, my guides are holding the energies, so I'll just get as much as I can. So if I can get another soul, that's great. Because I already felt her, and I was hoping to get another message or 2. But she's like, Kelly mentioned Ashley, there's so many people I watch over her all the time.
I just made a birthday cake for Ashley. She bought her car after she passed away.
She said, thank you. She's like, I know all about that.
Her birthday's in
And everything smells like chocolate. By the way, when you talk about the cake, everything smells like chocolate.
It was a
She's
chocolate
like, it was a chocolate cake. Because it could be anything. Chocolate, lemon, strawberry, vanilla. So as soon as you said the cake, because you gave me that, just like they did, and then I had to get that validation. She's like, Kelly, say it's chocolate. And I can smell the chocolate everywhere. She's a sweet soul. There's so many things that they're doing in my honor, I can't even count anymore, Kelly. She's talking about the tattoos.
Yeah.
Kelly, there's so many tattoos already. She's mentioning Lauren. Now, I know you guys know some of her friends, but not all. So I just know that she watches over Ashley the most, but I'm being told she has an eye on Lauren. But remember, it could be friends, someone she worked with. I just have to honor that. You know what she just said to me? I know that they have a lot of questions, Kelly, about what happened with my passing. And I know more than anything, my mom just needed to know that I was at peace and that I'm okay. I know they have questions if there's something that they could have seen or done before I passed. And I need them to know that I know how much they love me and I have to take responsibility. Do you understand it?
Exactly.
She just keeps saying to me, is something you're still holding on to where there's questions of, is there something you guys didn't see? Is there something that you guys could have done? And she's saying to me after today, she wants to she needs you to let that go. It has to be let go of, Mom. It has to be let go of. Because she knows how much you miss her, but she doesn't want it to impact your life that much, or you feel like you're blaming yourself or you're questioning actions before she passed. Do you understand?
Yes,
it?
yes.
So she's saying to me, please stop being so hard on yourself. You know how much I love you. You did everything you could. You were such a great mom.
No.
That's what it's about. So she's telling me you're holding on to that. Do you understand it? You still have pieces of her jewelry.
I'm wearing it.
You have her thumbprint?
No.
But she got her jewelry on.
Okay. There's some kind of reference with thumbprint. When they show me thumbprint, it means you have thumbprint or DNA hair. So if you have hair from when she was born,
I had her when she was a baby.
perfect. Good. Because when they make me feel like I want to touch prints, it just means you have the DNA.
That's
Do
right.
you understand it?
Yeah.
She's like, my hair's still there, my hair's still there. And sometimes people cut it after a loved one passes. Sometimes they'll keep hairbrushes and then take it out and put it in Ziploc bags because they want that piece of DNA. And sometimes it's from birth. So if you have that hair, I have to feel the DNA piece. So she's making me feel the thumbprints so she can tell me if you have a piece of DNA, and then I just have to watch it. And she's like, I'm mentioning the thumbprint because I'm trying to tell you she has some DNA. They have my hair there, so I know you have that from her. That's really great validation. I
It
love
is.
that.
Thank you.
It means a lot to me, some of the things that they saved along the way. Understand it?
Oh, yeah.
Talk to my mom about finally changing the photos out in photo albums. Talk about putting different pictures in the pictures that are all around the house. And then I can see the photos changing from color to black and white. Do you understand it? So I know you guys have been doing that as well. Talk about all the poster boards with all the pictures after I passed. I love them. I was at my service when everybody was there. I heard all the things they said. And they were standing around my photos talking about my life. I was so grateful, Kelly. Do you understand it? Okay. I'll see here like Missy, Melissa. Very clear. Somebody else she's watching over, honey. This is another friend. Even though Ashley was like her best friend and more like a sister, she is that person, right? But I keep hearing, I've been watching over Melissa a lot. She's really struggling lately, Kelly, so I've been visiting her a lot. I'll always be with Ashley out of all my friends because she was the one I was closest to with. She was more like a sister to me. Please tell my mom to tell her I love her. And tell her happy belated birthday. Do you understand?
Yes.
I keep hearing 25.
Oh wait, I'm 25 now.
Good, happy 25th. She's like, say 25 next. Good. So, it's her way of saying happy 25th to you. Do you understand it? Okay. Because they'll tell me age as you guys are, age as you guys are turning. When they're studying for guardianship. Are you going back to school or going for further education? I'm so proud of her. She's finally going back to school. Tell her I'm so proud of her as a sister. Do you understand it? I feel stethoscope and scrubs.
Well,
The scrubs.
yeah, I guess.
How do you understand
You do the
that?
DNA stuff.
It means medical stuff or taking medical classes.
Well, a job. But
You understand it, honey?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
If you're in that field now and then you're getting further education and then there's medical classes and then you're in the process of transitioning, it's just her way of saying she's seeing you through the transition. So if you're doing that now as far as like work or career, and then education is going to help you make that transition, that's what it's about. Good. Tell them I love them to the moon and back. It's an expression of love. So I know you guys used to say that to each other. Good. Do you guys still have her ringtone on your phone or something about still having her number?
I have her phone number stuff.
Good. She is talking about still like her number, and I can hear the ringtone being rung.
Yeah.
So it just means if you guys still have her phone plugged in or that phone number connection, good. So she wants to make sure I'm able to honor it.
She still texts her.
She is so excited about talking to you guys. She's talking about having a memorial. Do you guys have like a memorial page or something in honor of her life? Good, 'cause she's talking about having the memorial page. She said, I watch everything that's posted about me and how much everybody misses me for the memorial page that they've created for me. Because it's turned into a memorial page in my honor, Kelly, and I'm so happy that it's still up and they still comment and talk to me that way all the time besides privately. Do you understand
Yeah,
it?
her Facebook page, people still put stuff up there.
Mm-hmm. I do everything I can to come in dreams. I sit in my mom's bed all the time. Sometimes I play with her feet at night to try to get her attention. Do you feel that at all?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
To pull the covers off.
Yeah, that's her. Because I can see her at the end of the bed, laughing, saying she sits on the end of the bed and plays at nighttime all the time around your feet. So she's like touching your feet. Do you understand that? She messes with the covers. Yeah, that's her. You know, she just said to me, she said, I know she knows it's me, and it's just my way of trying to say I'm there. Because I'm trying to let her know that I'm okay. Okay, my mom believes in God, and she believes in the afterlife, and she knows that God will love me no matter what. Okay, so let me explain this, okay? So many people have a misunderstanding about suicide, And it's unfortunate because there's so many people that fear God and God's very loving, right? And so there's a lot of people that think, well, if somebody takes their life, they're not going to be on the other side. God's not turning away children. Do you understand it? God's not turning away someone who was struggling mentally or had a chemical imbalance or was struggling with depression, right? God's not turning away a child. In the past year, this is what I need you to know, okay? I've had 3 young children die of suicide. My youngest was 11, and it was a handgun, and it was his dad's, okay? I had a father in the audience today who lost his daughter at 15 of suicide, and she came through. God knows that those children are struggling. They're not old enough to really have the clarity to make those decisions. A lot of times when children or young souls who are struggling make those choices, it's because they feel like they don't have any other option. But a lot of times it's more of an emotional reaction where they're not even thinking clearly in the moment of that choice, right? God's not turning those children away. Do you understand it? So she's saying to me, she knows she believes in God. She knows she believes in the other side. She knows that you know that she's okay. Do you understand? She's telling me that if she didn't come through, you would have been yelling at her in the car on the way home. She said, I don't know about yelling, Kelly, but she would have been giving me heck the whole way home asking where I was. Do you understand it?
Yeah.
Good. I love that validation. But I think it's just me using Gracie that came through earlier for her dad Thomas. I think it's just the validation of please know that she's at peace and that she's okay. And that her soul is free from those struggles and that she's happy and safe and loved. That's really what it's about. She said, do you understand it? Because she said it makes my mom feel so much better that she knows that there's a lot of people here that would agree to me and loved me, that she loved, that it's been gone for a long time. And I'm being told that you ask them to watch over her all the time, and I'm being told they're listening.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand it? Because Margaret, the grandmother for you, just walked right in and said, you let her know that I was there to greet her, because I've been here for a long time, Kelly, and I was one of the souls there to greet her.
Yeah.
You tell her we have her.
Yeah,
And I'm being told you talk to them all the time and you ask them to watch over her.
I do.
So please know they're doing that job for you. And then have her, she's safe and loved. That's really what it's about, because more than anything, as a mom, you just want to know she's being loved and taken care of.
She keeps
She
me in a
is.
dream. I think she floated up.
Good, that's that dream visitation
Yeah,
where she
real.
kept
I
saying she's
believe that.
trying in good dreams, absolutely. So she wants you to know that she's not messing with your feet. She's coming to you guys as much as she can. She already said she's sitting on the end of the bed.
Walking up the steps.
Yeah, anything you guys are